Hello, 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 SARcasters, and welcome back to SARcast. So, first, I would like to say happy anniversary, SARcasters, as SARcast aired its first episode October 26th, 2021. How exciting! So, jumping right into it, today's episode is all about what's known as Mercury Retrograde. So, what is Mercury Retrograde? First, I will define and explain about the planet Mercury. Mercury is known as the smallest planet within the solar system. Mercury is one of the 4 terrestrial planets within the solar system. So, terrestrial is defined as on ground or correlating to the ground. So, in some way, it's connected to the ground, or let's just say affiliated. So, Mercury's terrestrial status allows it to be the closest planet to Earth. Believe it or not, Mercury is also the closest planet to Mars and Venus in comparison to other planets. Mercury retrograde occurs maybe 4 times a year. During Mercury retrograde, Mercury orbits the Sun backwards. Not only does it orbit backwards, but whereas it takes Earth 365 days to orbit the Sun, it only takes Mercury 88 days. This period is what's known as Mercury retrograde, causing an atmospheric change. Now, common myths and beliefs have deemed Mercury retrograde as being the culprit of unfortunate events. Mercury retrograde pretty much serves as a communication barrier. So, how long does Mercury retrograde last? Mercury retrograde lasts about 21 to 23 days each period. What are the dates of Mercury retrograde? So, Mercury retrograde occurs from January 13th to February the 3rd, from May 10th to June 2nd, from September 9th to October 1st. Remember these dates. So, since Mercury retrograde impacts and acts as a communication barrier in listening, articulating, writing, and conversations in general, it is forewarned not to engage in signing contracts, business endeavors, and or negotiations. So now it is time for a Did You Know moment. Did you know that it takes planet Earth 365 days to orbit around the Sun in a counterclockwise method? Did you know that the Sun was formed, listen to this, from gas and dust? Now, how appealing is that? Did you know that there is a lighter side which leads to positive encounters during Mercury retrograde? Did you know that Mercury has the smallest radius in comparison to other planets? Beast-mowed lawn care was started in 2019. Jason Cruz has over 10 years experience. Services offered include bi-weekly cuts, trimming, sod, pressure washing, laying mulch and pine straw, and if you mention that you heard about Beast Mode on SARcast, you'll receive a 15% discount that will be applied to your first service. My yard is everything. Jason Cruz is the owner of Beast Mode and a proud sponsor of SARcast. Thanks, Jason. The CryoPlace is Atlanta's premier sports recovery and wellness center. The CryoPlace is dedicated to positively influencing your lifestyle by focusing on recovery. Services offered are inclusive of whole body cryotherapy, compression sessions, stretch sessions, and massage and physical therapy. From athletes and wellness enthusiasts to those looking for workout recovery, pain relief, stress reduction, relaxation, and restoration, the CryoPlace provides the best science-approved solutions. Tanisha Anstrel is the owner of the CryoPlace and a proud sponsor of SARcast. Thanks, Tanisha. In concluding, I would like to share my personal experiences during Mercury retrograde periods. I have witnessed really abnormal energies such as confusions, inconsistencies, and negative attitudes. You heard me, negative attitudes. I normally stay out of the way during this period. I do not sign contracts or make any major decisions. Also, I look towards the lighter side and try to stay positive. So just remember to keep an open mind and be on the lookout for or try to observe the existence of any shifts within the atmosphere. Having an onset knowledge of such may allow you to witness an easier, more desirable experience during Mercury retrograde. So, when referring to Mercury retrograde, we will use the acronym MR, but as an act to incorporate positiveness, let's flip the script by defining the acronym MR as mucho resiliency. Resilient is defined as being able to withstand or recover. Wrapping up, I'd like to remind you that SARcast is now hosted on several different platforms, including Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Apple Podcast, iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Podcast, Twitter, Samsung Podcast, and TuneIn. SARcast now has an actual website, and that web address is tipsarcast101.com. Again, that's tipsarcast101.com. Let's remember the SARcast email. That email is tip@sarcast101.com. tip@sarcast101.com. This email is provided in case you have questions or concerns with regards to the information provided. Let's not forget the SARcast Mission Statement, which is TIP. T-I-P. Yes, yes, yes. Transforming, informing, and performing is absolutely what SARcasters do. If you have not already done so, please follow the podcast, share with others by simply clicking the button to follow. You're allowing yourself to be alerted each time an episode of SARcast is released. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you, SARcasters. Take care and stay safe.